Your present action will determine your future goal. Ladies and gentlemen, namaskar and welcome. It's me, Mahalaxmi. You are watching the Mahalaxmi Show. Today we have a candidate for Florida State Senate District 9, Miss Guerdy Remy. Miss
Hi,
Guerdy, welcome to the Mahalaxmi Show.
welcome. Thank you so very much. It's always an honor to come onto your show. I appreciate every time I'm here. So I want to thank you and much success on your show.
Thank you for joining us. So, Guerdy, how is your political campaign going on?
Ah, well, I am running for Florida State Senate District 9. It is going. It's people are helping, volunteers are helping, organizations are endorsing us, and it's very busy, of course, but it's for a good cause. I don't get to sleep much, but I am making phone calls, calling our voters, calling our donors, and making Zoom videos like this one. So it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
So I heard you are involving in Mom Demand Action Organization. Actually, what Mom Demand Action Organization does?
Yes, I did receive a Moms Demand Action Gun Sense candidate distinction. And what Moms Demand Action is, it's a grassroots organization to help protect us from gun violence. They've lobbied and helped make laws to protect the public from gun violence and gun sensibility. So I really appreciated that distinction.
So why did they provide you a candidate distinction award?
They usually provide it to candidates that are very much into receiving gun sensibility laws. So I've been advocating against gun violence for a very long time. Actually, the shirt that I am wearing right now, it says Rally to Tally, and that was in the end of February 2018 when we all went with the Philip Levine, who was running for governor at the time, and with different organizations. I went with Organized Florida. So we went to Tallahassee. Philip Levine, as you know, was the mayor of that at that time with the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas high school shooting. So it was very personal to him. And we wanted to go to Tallahassee to lobby, to testify, to speak on gun violence. And we had bills that were there at the time. Senator Stewart had her bill about banning assault weapons. And we also wanted to check how many ammunition, like the bump stock. We had the students testify, the parents testify, and the teachers from the shooting at that school. And the sad thing is that day, despite all of the testifying and the children crying and the parents pleading our Tallahassee legislators to ban assault weapons, that day, instead of banning assault weapons, they armed teachers. That was the day that they passed the bill to put handguns in teachers' hands. Basically, that was opposite of what we wanted. So Mom Demand Action was a big part of that. And they noticed that people like me, who was advocating before I became a candidate, advocating against gun violence, trying to get stronger gun control, stronger background checks. They recognize that. And so it's a very good thing for me that they remembered me from all of those times that I've been advocating against gun violence. So it's a very important thing for me.
So why it is important for you as a candidate?
It is important for me as a candidate because it will show that when I become a state senator and I go to Tallahassee, that I would always vote no on legislation and laws that will lessen the way that people obtain guns. I will make sure that we work on closing the loophole so people cannot go to gun shows or go to a pawn shop and just purchase a gun without a waiting period, without a proper background check, without mental health assessments. They need to know how to use it. They need to have training. So it is very important because Florida has a high rate of suicides and mental health is a big issue. So aside from your school shootings and concert shootings, and we all remember Pulse, we have people with domestic violence, and people who are suicidal. So I will be that legislator that would always protect the community against gun violence and against bad legislation. I am not the NRA's best friend.
Mhm. So, Miss Grudy, do you think is it possible to control guns?
Yes, it really is. So originally, I'm from New York. And years ago, I moved here in 2004, but years ago, even when I was in New York, they were already doing things like this. Things that we are fighting for right now, they were already passing. That you have to wait 30 days. And sometimes I think that it went from 3 days to 30 days. That you have to be trained. These are laws that other states work very hard at. And we can do that. But what happened is, and this is just my opinion, like we have too many people that are in the NRA's pocket. The NRA is so very strong here that they influence the gun laws. And I can say that as a fact for me. The day that we went out to Tallahassee and the kids were testifying and we were speaking, legislators had an NRA member there, and they were, every time a student spoke or someone spoke, that NRA person was speaking too. And when they made their decision, the NRA was right there, that associate. So the NRA and our Tallahassee legislators are too close. We need to to vote people in that are not going to be close to the NRA, because the NRA is only interested in people obtaining guns. And we know that guns are dangerous. So we need to make legislation that other states have done. They are successful, and we can do it too. We can definitely protect our community.
So, how you will protect your community?
So what we want to do, there are some very good bills that were denied the last couple of years that senators have written and state reps have written. When we get progressive Democrats in both the state house and the state rep, we will be able, the state house and the state senate, we will be able to make these laws and vote on these laws that monitor background checks, laws that say that you need to have a waiting period, laws that say that we don't want a lot of ammunition. Ammunitions are like the bullets. We don't need 50 rounds in a bullet. So there are good laws out there. They're just not passed because of the people that we have in Tallahassee right now. Once those laws get passed, people will just have to obey the law. And that's the way it is. And eventually, we can do what we call buybacks. The police department have been doing that a lot, where we take back the old guns off the street, especially the dangerous ones. And what we can do is no question asked buyback. Just bring your gun. We're not going to penalize you or prosecute you because it's a buyback. And if people feel like it's safe, maybe a wife or girlfriend or boyfriend, they will bring that person's gun in. So yeah, it can be done.
So let's hope for best. So, Miss Grudy, do you want to tell anything to Mom Demand Action organization and our audience?
Yes. So Moms Demand Action Gun Sense has always been an advocate for gun safety. I've worked with them, alongside them, I should say. We would have an event and they would be there too, like in Sanford Pride. So they would always go to events and tables and speak and go to Tallahassee and lobby. So they are a very good organization, a team member that advocates for our community. They want to end gun violence. They want stronger laws, and I support them 100%. And when I am state senator, I will be reaching out to them for answers, for info, for assistance. We will work together to create good gun legislations. We will try to ban assault weapons. We will try to ban excess ammunition. A person should not have to have 50 rounds in a gun. It makes no sense. Those are military guns. And so we would work very hard together to make good laws. And that's what I want. And that's why I'm very happy that they chose me as a candidate distinction, because they recognize that I will be one of those that will say no to just being able to obtain guns. Yes.
Miss Grudy, thank you very much for being a part of Mahalaxmi show. Thank you very much for watching the Mahalaxmi show. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, try to do best. Whenever you go out, please wear mask. And whenever you back home, wash your hand. Stay healthy and happy. Namaskar.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So